guys, how's it going? Welcome to this new lesson. It's going to be a nice easy one. How to play 4 really good like groove metal riffs. These riffs were originally played in either drop B or drop A, but because I play in standard, I'm just going to show you them in standard tuning, and you can play them in whatever tuning you want. And also depending on whether you're in a drop tuning or a standard tuning, I'll tell you what else you can do with them after I've taught you them. So I'll show you the first one, which is the first one I played, this one. Right, so to play that, it's just a first fret. All these riffs are on the low E, so your lowest string. So the 6th string, or the 7th string, or the 8th string, or the 64th string, whichever string you got. Yeah, like first fret, and then open. So right, and then you're going to do first fret, slide up to the 4th. Okay, so, and then first fret open, so, right, and then you're going to do first fret open again, so, right, and then you're going to do first fret, slide up to the 4th, so, and then open. Okay, so all of that slowly. Okay, that riff is slightly different. Like I'm teaching it to you slightly different to the actual riff and the song, but in all the tabs I've got like what the song is and who it's by and which part it's from. But like some things that I might teach, I might have changed it slightly just for your benefit, in my opinion, because I think that sounds a lot better than in the actual thing. In the actual thing, like it sounds wicked. But just playing as a normal riff on its own, I really like playing it this way. But either way, the name of the band and the name of the tune is where it's from. Okay, right, then the next one is the second one that I showed you in the intro, if you remember that, but here it is. Okay. Right, so to play that, it's first fret, and then 2 opens, so, and then another open. Right, so that's 3 opens in total, so 1 and then 3 opens. So, right, and then you're going to do another open after that. So, and then you're going to do first fret, 2 opens, so, and then another open. Right, so it's sort of like, you play this sort of pattern, and then it's just an open to then jump back into playing it again, so it's like, so, and then you do that again, so I'll do that again. Right, and then you're going to do it again, right, but after the 1 there's just 2 opens, and then 4th fret. Right, so it goes like this. Okay. And you can play these like as fast or as slow as you want to get them however you think they sound cool. So again. Right, and then the next one, so third riff is this. I actually played that twice through, so it's not as long as that. Literally, this is the second easiest. They get easier from here. The last one I showed you was the hardest to get. So it's literally just 2 opens, and then another 2 opens, right, and then 2 opens, then 3 ones, and then that again, 2 opens and 3 ones. Right, so you got 2 opens, 2 opens, 2 opens, 3 ones, 2 opens, 3 ones. So and what's cool about this, there's a little variation where between, like, it's like 2 zeros then 2 zeros, but in between the first 2 zeros you can do like 2 chugs. So and when I say chugs, I mean dead beats. So just have your hand over the strings, don't press them down, just over, and then just pick the lowest string, like as you've been doing. So right, and the one with the chugs works better if you do it after the one with no chugs, so it's kind of like, it goes like this. Like, it gets you into it, the one with the chugs, it's got a bit more groove, a bit more energy. Right, so I spent enough time on that. Next one is this, the last one, and it's the easiest, and some of you, or most of you, hopefully should know this. Right, okay, so I literally played that like 4 times, so it's really short. So all it is open, hammer on 1, and then another 1, and then you do that again. So it's like this. And then an open, hammer on 1. And that's the whole thing, so that's it. And then just keep repeating it. And then that's all of them. Any questions, please ask. And if you're in a standard tuning, right, because all I'm doing is showing you these on the lowest strings, right, but if you want to make them sound like fatter or bigger, you can change them to power chords. So sort of like, okay, and I mean, I'm not very good at doing that. I've never actually managed to perfect that, like, because that's why, like, because usually sort of groove riffs, they're in drop tunings, because changing to these power chords is quite hard, like, because you can't just, like, these little quick, like, sharp notes. I try and do that as a power chord. No, it's quite hard. So usually these sort of things are in a drop tunings, which they actually are. And the whole point of that is this. So I'll just show you them in drop D. So then instead of it being like a, you know, a chord like that, it's just a chord with your one finger. So. That's about right. Anyway, yeah, so just like, you know, they sound pretty evil, man, when you play them in drop tunings, but they sound quite clean and quite hard if you play them in literally just E standard, which I just play them in that tuning, and yeah, like. These riffs, they're really good. You can leave the lesson now if you want, but I'm just going to talk a bit. They're really good for just like jamming. Like we used to go, like me and my friends who like played like instruments, we used to go to this youth club, and for some reason upstairs there was just this room that had like loads of musical equipment just for no reason. It was just like left there or something, and we were told like we could go at weekends just to use the equipment. We didn't have any like rehearsal studios where we lived, and upstairs they had like the sort of necessities for a drum kit. They didn't have any sticks. They had a guitar cabinet, right? So it sort of had the amp and the little cabinet, but you needed like an extra guitar lead to connect the two, and then you could use the guitar amp. And then I think there was a bass amp, and there was actually a bass there, so there was actually an instrument there. But me and like sometimes like my mate who played drums, like we would go, and he would just like play some shit on drums, just some heavy shit, man. And I just used to like go into drop D, so just in this tune. Right, and then we just like do these proper like heavy like groove things. They say breakdowns, you know. And I just do it more like. What was it? Just anything like. You know, just 0, 1, 4. It was really cool, that combined with just like 16th chugs and stuff like that. It's just really good for just, if you just quickly want to have a little session, just playing some heavy shit, you know, just go in with these heavy riffs, man, it's good. And yeah, that's it guys, thank you very much for watching. Peace and all the best, God bless, cheers for watching, and thanks for subscribing.